Now, I will yield to my good friend and ranking member, Mr. John Larson from Connecticut, for his opening statement.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I'm glad that we're having a hearing on Social Security. I think it's the wrong bill, but nonetheless, I think we should be talking about Social Security in general, something Congress hasn't addressed in terms of enhancing its benefits for more than 50 years. Richard Nixon was president of the United States. Do you think a few things might have happened since then? You know, I commend Garrett Graves and Abigail Spanberger and the more than 300 members who have signed on to H.R. 82. Why have they done that? They did it because they understand just how blatantly unfair it is. But that's only a small segment of what's unfair. No enhancement in over 50 plus years to the nation's #1 anti-poverty program for the elderly and the #1 anti-poverty program for children. Shame on us that we can't even have a hearing. We need not only a hearing, but we need a vote. People ought to know where their Congress stands. Imagine this, 10,000 baby boomers a day become eligible for Social Security, a system that hasn't been enhanced since 1971. 10,000 a day. And with wealth disparity growing even greater, the genius of Franklin Delano Roosevelt prevails even to this day. Except they relied on Congress doing its job, a job that Eisenhower and Nixon did, but has not been taken up in over 50 years. Now, my colleagues, I could go down the list here of everyone on this subcommittee and tell you exactly how many Social Security recipients you have, how much money comes into your district monthly for them. Nobody is getting wealthy on Social Security. For 40% of all retirees in this country, it's the only benefit they have. And Congress, the only body that can change that, has done nothing. Nothing. So, my good friend, I think it's important that we're having this discussion. I support the intent to repeal both WEP and GPO, but I believe it should be paid for, as it is in Social Security 2100, so that we can also derive and not only extend Social Security solvency, but address a number of the issues, including more than 5 million of our fellow Americans who get below poverty level checks. At this time of wealth disparity, below poverty level checks from their government. They were told that if they paid into a system, don't worry, it'll be there for you. You know what? For the most part, that's true. And we don't have to go back to 1929 anymore. We only have to go back to 2008, 2009, when people could see their 401k became a 101k. And during that same time, Social Security never missed a payment. Not a pension payment, not a disability payment, not a dependent payment, or a spousal payment. It's why Republicans and Democrats and independents overwhelmingly support its enhancement. Why can't we come together and say, yes, look, there's no need to study this. There's only two things you can do. You can either cut benefits or raise revenue. You can talk everything you want, But at the end of the day, those are the only two things that you can do that are going to have a direct impact on people. I agree with President Biden. Let's lift the cap on people over 400,000. That not only extends solvency beyond 2066, but it also pays for a number of enhancements, including letting nobody retire into poverty, including not taxing people on their Social Security who continue to work after they retire because they have to. Mr. Chairman, we need to bring up Social Security 2100. We need the debate on that. I welcome all the ideas. We've adopted every good Republican idea and put it into Social Security 2100, including most recently Mr. Buchanan's as well. So with that, I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. Larson.